Alright, people. Nighttime here in Vegas. It's about almost 9 o'clock p.m. I'm laying up in bed, and that's because my knees busted up from a motor vehicle accident yesterday where I wasn't even moving. I was correctly waiting behind a bus to pass, waiting for traffic to pass, and a really sweet elderly lady ran into my vehicle and messed up my car a little bit, and the extent of that damage remains to be seen. And I woke up this morning with my knee the size of a watermelon. I couldn't walk on it again. In the shock of the impact, I slammed my knee into my door, pretty hard, evidently, because it was bruising immediately. Now, I'm not making this video to make a cry and moan fest about my woe is me, my pains, and my problems. That's something that my attorneys and myself will deal with. This is more of a editorial piece. This may offend some viewers, and I really don't care, as you know, if I offend you. I'm going to keep the swearing to a minimum because, in all honesty, this lady that hit me really was a nice old lady, and I feel terrible, but for years I've been saying that there's this weird hypocrisy in our country. At 17 years, 364 days old, you are not responsible enough to purchase a pack of cigarettes or a cigar or whatever, pipe tobacco. Magically, in 24 hours from that, you become responsible enough to smoke. At 20 years, 364 days, and 23 hours and 59 minutes, you are not legally allowed or apparently mentally capable of drinking or consuming alcohol. A minute later, you suddenly magically became capable of doing so. Now, I understand that these ages were set as guidelines for potentially dangerous substances. A motor vehicle is a 2,000-pound death trap. Now, I'm not advocating for a minimum age for driving or a maximum age. I'm asking if we can come together as a nation and find a magic number age, because as we know, driving a vehicle requires a certain degree of skill set, reflexes, etc., that deteriorate over time. That's just human nature. It happens. Now, I'm thankful that I'm here to tell you this, but there's got to be that magic number where the government says, okay, at this number, we're going to make you take a driving test every year to prove you're still able to navigate a vehicle safely for your own safety and the safety of others. And then there's maybe 5-10 more years. You have to take that test every 6 months. You can call it a stripping of rights or being prejudiced toward the elderly. I'm not. Hell, I'm going to be old someday. I'm not the driver reflex-wise now at 35 that I was at 17. So I drive more cautiously now. Reason I say these things is because a lot of accidents occur with elderly people behind the wheel. My own father, who, for better or worse, we don't always get along, admitted to me today that at his age of 65, he doesn't know if he could pass a driving test anymore. That's concerning to me. I'm 35, and to be honest with you, if I had to take the test I took to pass my first driving test, I'd probably fail too, but that's a different set of circumstances. I haven't really had to parallel park a vehicle in 13 years, so that's probably why. But in terms of basic navigation, reflexes, and such, not like that, we have to find that magic number. And remember, people, driving is a privilege, not a right. So if you want that privilege, you have to show that you're able to do so. Otherwise, you could be a moving death trap. Thank goodness I walked away from this. My knee's a little busted up, and it's going to suck for a couple weeks. My car is banged up. My brand new Jeep is banged up. Thank God the lady that hit me is okay. I'm not a violent person. I don't want anyone to get hurt. So, except ISIS. But that's a political rant. We're going to keep that out of this. Tell me what you think of the comments section, people. I don't want to offend anyone, but I don't really care if I do. Is there such a thing as a magic age where maybe people shouldn't be allowed to drive anymore? Or should be retested with a certain skill set that should be required at this age, that if you can't provide proof of it, you shouldn't be able to drive anymore. You should have that right, that privilege revoked. I'm asking because this is a interesting topic, people. By the way, if you're wondering what that shadow that I just freaked out about was, that's evidently my phone. My house is not haunted. So, in the comments section, Facebook or YouTube, tell me what you think. I'm going to go to sleep. Got to be driven to pick my son up tomorrow with my immobilizer brace and my crutches, which is awesome. And I want you to think about that, people. Get back to me. Later. Brooklyn out.